and then adding the breath to it. So I'm putting my hand there so that you can see. Okay, so it's like as if you're wearing a tight dress and you don't want your belly to hang out. So you're kind of holding your belly in and then you release it at the end of the night. So, you know, one of those. So holding your belly in and then releasing it and then doing that fast. Okay?
So breathe out when it goes in.
So I'll just show you, right? So you take a deep breath in and then you breathe out half of the amount of air and then you go. Actually, I should have got a t-shirt, that's the other thing I meant to do. Because of the rapid breath out, your boogies lie out. Try to do that. And just leave it there in case. So get rid of your boogies.
I'll just do 2 little things up my nostrils.
So I'm going to demonstrate. Okay, so you do 20, all right? Breathe in fully, let the air go half, and then the rest of the air, you push the air out from your belly, and then do it again. That's it. So you have to do it fast, okay? So, you do 3 rounds of 20. Let's take the first round at your own pace until you get used to the, I don't know, the sensations, the movement, what you're asking your body to do, and then we'll try and increase the pace every round, okay? So I'll try and do it with you the first round, and then the second round I'll count, okay? So breathe in, breathe out half, and then begin. Breathe in, breathe out half, and begin. Breathe in, breathe out half, and begin. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 17, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in and breathe out naturally. So the breath of fire, do you ever hear of the saying, the fire in your belly? Okay, so the breath of fire is coming from your belly. You're engaging your inner core muscles and you're starting to contract and expand and contract, expand and contract, expand and contract. And by that, you're starting to engage your abdomen, and then it starts to create a heat in your body, like a fire. So it's starting like a little flame, and then you open it up into a bigger flame. So it's a lovely way to start to create a nice breath practice for your beginning of your class, engaging your belly and starting to feel a little bit of warmth in your belly. So once we have created a little bit of warmth, we want to add to that warmth. So sitting up tall, your legs are crossed, close your eyes and just breathe in naturally and breathe out. Do a few just rounds, breathing in, expanding your in and your out breath, before then restricting the back of your throat. Narrowing the glottis to create your audible Ujjayi breath sound. Sitting up tall, we're going to just, as we exhale, bow your chin into our chest. And then interlace our hands behind the back of our head. Continue to breathe and just allow the elbows to fall down towards the floor as you stretch the back of the neck. Breathe in, and on the exhale, open up the elbows away from one another. Lift the head, push the back of the head into the hands into the head. As you lift the the heart, lift the chest, open it wide. Good. One more time. Breathe in, bring the chin into the chest, allow the elbows to go down, rounding your upper back. Breathe in. And on the exhale, start to roll up the upper back, opening up the elbows, lift the heart, lift the chest. And then straighten the torso, rest your hands on your lap. You're going to take your right arm all the way behind. Your right arm behind. And then take your left hand and interlace just at your side. So you're bringing your right arm all the way over to your left and interlacing. And then you're going to drop your right earlobe to your right shoulder. So this helps stretch even deeper, intensifies the stretch along the left side. There's a little robin, hello. And then start to just gently bring the head back. So you're intensifying the stretch even more. And then just bringing the nose forward. So still with the right ear towards the right shoulder, bringing the head back. And bringing the nose forward. One more time. Bringing the head back. And bringing the head forward. And then bring the head to center and bring your hands around to the left side of your waist. Drop your left ear to the left shoulder and just hang up here. Feel the stretch along the right side of your neck. Relaxing the shoulders down. Here's Suzanne. And then again, gently bringing the head back. Still with the tilt of the head. And then bring the nose forward. Back. And forward. So you should feel a deep intensified stretch along the right side of your neck. One more time, back. And then forward. And then bring your head back to center and release your hands. Shake it out. Good. So we're now going to come on to our knees. Coming on to our knees. We're going to tuck our toes under. So tuck all of our toes on each foot under. So sometimes, morning Suzanne, sometimes the little toe gets forgotten about because it's little. So it's okay to bring your hand back and guiding your toes forward. Any toes that gets lost. And then you can keep your hands on the floor to begin with and rock your body forward and back just to start to massage into the soles of the feet. And then we're going to come on to our heels. Now if it's too much, you can keep your hands or grab your blocks and place your hands on the blocks if it's too much coming all the way up. Okay? So we're stretching out our toes and sometimes that can feel a little bit icky. So let's not think about it. And once again, do that little stretch with our arms. So take our left arm behind our lower back, interlace our hands so that our hands are now to our right side. Again, we're going to stretch our left ear to our left shoulder and then bring the nose forward and bring the head back. Bring the nose forward and bring the head back. One more time. Bring the nose forward and bring the head back. And then bring the head back to center. Take the hands over to the other side, your left side. Drop your right earlobe to your right shoulder and bring your nose forward and bring your head back. So the head is still tilted to the side. Bring it forward and bring it back. One more. Bring it forward and bring it back. And then come back to center. Release the hands, roll the shoulders. And then slowly coming forward. Noticing all the lovely sensations in our toes, bringing our hands to the floor and have like an adult tantrum and go. Enjoy that sensation. Sometimes that's a nice feeling, just to get rid of that tension. Good. And then we're coming on to our hands and knees in tabletop position. So from here, we're going to rotate our hands so that our fingers are coming in towards our body. As far around as they can go, and then just whatever position that you're in. So if your hands is the full way around, you're rocking your body forward and back. If your hands are not all the way around, then you rock your body from side to side. Okay, so we're warming up our wrists. That's it. Good, rocking the body forward and back. And if you can, try to peel your hands away from the floor. Now, if your hands are halfway, you're going to peel one hand at a time, rather than both hands at the same time. Coming through the palm and the fingers, giving them a really big stretch. That's it. then rotating the right way around and just coming away from the floor. Shake your hands out, shake out your wrists. Because as you know from practicing yoga, a lot of yoga is practice weight bearing on our hands. But the more we strengthen our hands, strengthen our wrists, the stronger the bone density will be, and that it can cope with all these weight bearing exercises. So it's really important when you're working on your hands that you have the right placement and right alignment. So now that we're having our hands the right way around, spread our hands out wide and have your middle finger towards the front of your mat. Now, if you find that even that feels a little bit funny, you can have a little bit more space by just rotating so that the four fingers are facing the front of your mat. Have your hands shoulder distance apart and your knees hip distance apart. Cat cow. Dropping the belly button down. Head up, spreading the shoulders, spreading the collarbones, breathing in. Breathing out, rounding, taking the chin in along with the tailbone, creating your big arch. Belly button down, head up, tailbone up. Breathing out. Warming up the spine. Hugging the forearms in. Keeping the shoulders nice and strong and sturdy. Good. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Come to a neutral tabletop. We're going to take the right hand behind our head, elbow out wide, and we're going to open that elbow up wide towards the sky. Open it, rotating right to the right. Then we're going to take that elbow down to our left wrist and tap, and then open it up to the sky. 5. Breathing in. Ujjayi. Breathing out. Drawing in the belly button. Taking our time. 2 and 1. And then place the right hand down. Before we move on to the left side, I want you to lift the heel of your hand away from the floor, but keep your fingers spread onto the floor. Good. So we're going to do that 10 more times. So lift, 10, 9, so this strengthens the forearms, the muscles of the forearms. 8, 7, 6, good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Left hand behind, and open up the left elbow. Rotate right to the left, and then elbow to your wrist. 5. Nice and slow. 4, 3. Should match your breath. 2. And 1. And then place it down. We're going to do 10 more of those wrist lifts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're really working every part of our body today. Sit back on your heels and we're going to stretch out those forearms. Take your forearm up towards the ceiling, fingers down towards the floor, and then with your opposite hand you're going to stretch your fingers back. That's it, good. And then change sides, left hand, rotate the forearm up to the ceiling, and stretch. Good. And release, give it a shake, and then just roll the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades towards one another. And then come back to your hands and knees, and then lift the heels, or lift the knees, lift the sit bones up to the ceiling for our first modified downward dog. Keep both knees bent. I always like to bend my knees for the first downward dog. That's it. So the hips are still the highest point. Your knees are bent, feet are hip distance apart. And that should be in line with, the heels should be in line with your sit bones. Good. The heels are lifted naturally because the knees are bent, so we're not lifting them on purpose. They're just lifted naturally. That's it. Good. Think into your hands. I want you to press every digit of your fingers into the floor. Hug the forearms in and rotate your biceps away from one another. Good. Shoulders are away from your ears. Ribs in, belly in. And breathe. And then start to walk it out, straightening one leg at a time. Taking your time. Just moving in any way that your body is speaking to you, that it needs, that it feels like maybe you need a pivot on your feet so that you're stretching along the left side rib cage into the right side rib cage. Whatever your body is asking for, or maybe you're not sure, but just move your body so that you can start to notice these feelings, these sensations, and notice how by moving your body makes you feel even more open, even more spacious. And maybe it means dropping all the way down to your heels and then bringing the sit bones up to the ceiling, straightening the legs, both knees bent, and then straighten. So it's just about freedom. Freedom in your body, freedom to not be afraid to move. Listening to your body. Experiencing how by moving your body, the sensations that they create. One more breath. Lowering both knees to the floor. Taking the knees out wide, sitting back on your heels, and reaching your arms all the way to the front of your mat, keeping the elbows lifted, lowering the forehead. Or maybe you just want to lower the chin, whatever feels good for you. So you should feel a big stretch along the side ribs, side body, armpits to waist. One more breath. Breathing in. And on the exhale, lift your gaze, rock the body forward into your tabletop, tuck both toes under and both feet. Lift the heels into your downward dog. And then come to stillness in your downward dog. And do your little anatomy scan from your hands, drawn up from your hands into your arms, armpits, ribs, belly, hips, backs of your legs, heels. And throughout your downward dog practice in your class, if you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. Slow, steady breaths. Slow and steady. Where's your drishti? Focus and breathe. Good. One more. Breathe in. And on the out breath, rise up into the balls of both of your feet. And then bend your knees. Bend your knees. Step up with your right. Step up with your left. Coming into a full Uttanasana, forward fold. Bend your knees if you need to. And if you need to grab your blocks, place your hands on top of the blocks. That's okay too. So we have our knees bent, so our front body should be resting on our thighs or in that direction. Hands are on the floor or on blocks. And notice your feet. Notice the four corners of your feet. Press them into the mat, particularly your big toe, the mind of your big toes. And then slowly from there, start to roll up through your spine, allowing each vertebrae to stack one at a time, with your head coming last into Tadasana. Roll the shoulders back. Rotate your palms, reach them all the way up to the ceiling, and then down through your midline. Thumbs touching your heart, close your eyes, and set your attention. Surya Namaskar, and breathe in, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, lead with your heart. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Half lift, Adho Uttanasana, hands come to your shins, straight spine, straight legs. Breathe and out, fold, hands to the floor, step back, right, step back, left. Right, now we're going to take a little change in this Surya Namaskar. We're going to take the right hand to the left shoulder, a little grab of the shoulder, and place the right hand down. Then take the left hand to the right shoulder, and then place the left hand down. Drop the knees to the floor, engage the core, and then bend the elbows towards the back of your mat as you lower all the way down. Squeeze the bum cheeks, tuck in the tailbone, press into the mat as you lift the heart away. Bhujangasana, Cobra. Tuck the toes under, push up, half plank, plank, lift the hips, downward dog. Drishti. 1. Breathe out. Breathe in 2. Don't forget to rotate the biceps away from one another. Hug the triceps in. Breathe in 3. Breathe out. Breathe in 4. Breathe out. Breathe in 5. And on the exhale, bend your knees. Look up. Step up right. Step up left. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees to reach the floor or blocks. Inhale. Urdhva and then hands to your heart. Side 2. Inhale. Exhale, small dive. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back left, step back right. Remember, plank. This time left arm, hand touches right shoulder. And then the right hand touches the left shoulder. Place the hand down. Drop the knees. Hug the forearms. Elbows point to the back. Good. Slowly lower. Squeeze the bum cheek. Keeps the elbows in. Lift the heart. Extension of the spine. Lower back down. Tuck the toes under. Push up. Lift the knees. Lift the hips. Downward dog. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Slow your breath. Inhale 4. Exhale. Inhale 5. And on the exhale, bend your knees, look up. Leg step up with your left. Step up with your right. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise up. Reach the ceiling. Exhale to your heart. Now stick with the modified or add on to the full version. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Step back 1, 2. Extend plank as an option, okay? So tap the shoulder first, left, and then right. Drop the knees as the modified or lower in the chaturanga. Knees are lifted. Upward dog or cobra. Urdhva Adho Mukha Shavasana. Adho Mukha Shavasana. Urdhva Mukha Shavasana. Adho Mukha Shavasana. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. So all the time you're scanning your body. You're making little changes of the way you position yourself, the way you hold yourself, engage in different muscles. Inhale 3. Exhale. Inhale 4. Exhale. Inhale 5. And on the exhale, bend your knees, look up. Step up 1, 2 to the front of your mat. Good, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Extended mountain. Exhale to your heart. Side 2. Inhale. Exhale, come out of the heels. Coming forward. That's it. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Hands to the floor. Step back 1, 2 to plank. Left hand touches right shoulder. Right hand, left. Good. Lower the chaturanga. Knees or without knees. Upward dog or cobra. Well done, Rachel. And then downward dog. Good. Beautiful. Breathe. This is your reset. Spread your hands. Think about your heel lift so that you're not pressing into the heel of your hand. You're pressing into the fingers and the thumb. Hugging the forearms, rotating the biceps. Ribs are in, belly's in, hips are high. Good. Drawing down the backs of the legs. Heels towards the floor. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the exhale, lift the sit bones, bend the knees. So we don't collapse the sit bones. The sit bones are still sticking them up to the ceiling. And then push off the ball of the feet. 1, 2. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to your heart. Vinyasa the downward dog or just meet us in downward dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Step back 1, 2. Tap our shoulders right. Hand left shoulder. Left hand right shoulder. Chaturanga.
downward dog. Take the weight over to the left foot and release the right leg to the ceiling. We're going to lift the left heel away from the floor for 3, and lower it down, 2, lower it down, and 1, lower it down. Then take the right knee forward to your nose, as if you're going to kiss your knee for 3, and then lift it up to the ceiling. Bring it forward, touch your nose, 2, and 1 more. Nose, and then back to the ceiling. Then bring it forward to touch your nose, and then lower your shin to the floor. For 3, lift it away. 2, lift it away. 1, lift it away. Step up with the right foot into your runner's lunge. Now, think into the big toe. Press it into the mat, and then we're going to bring our arms all the way up to the ceiling. Present. Drop your hands down by your side, and I want you to do a little shimmy with your shoulders. Just roll the shoulders back. Loosen out the top part. And then both shoulders. 3, 2, and then on the last one, start to lift your chest. Squeeze those shoulder blades, rotate your palms away, lift it all the way up to the ceiling, and keep looking up. Interlace your hands, and keep your forefingers pointed, and then drop your chin. Lift your right heel away from the floor, coming onto the ball of your feet for 3, 2, and 1. And then drop your back knee for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to come forward with our torso as if we're coming into a humble crescent, and then release the hands, pointing the palms towards one another, thumbs towards the floor, and I want you to press the hands in towards one another for 3, 2, 1. Keep the arms squeezed in, and then start to step up a little bit with your back foot, and then coming into warrior 3. Lift the back foot. If balance is not your friend, keep the toes on the floor. You can point your top foot or flex your top foot. Hips are square. We're going to bend that supporting leg for 3, straighten, 2, straighten, 1, straighten. Then step back into our high lunge, nice and softly onto a glide. Reach the arms back up, breathing in. Exhale, hands to the floor, vinyasa. Stepping back with our right. Tap the shoulder, right hand, left, left hand, right. Lower the knees or keep them straight, chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Downward dog. Now to the other side, breathe in. And on the exhale, weight over to the right foot, left leg to the ceiling. Keep the left leg to the ceiling as you lift the right heel away from the floor for 3, 2, keep breathing, 1. Now take the left knee towards your nose like you're going to kiss for 3, then bring it back to the ceiling. 2, bring it forward onto the tippy toes of your right foot, and 1. Bring it back to the ceiling. Then bring it back to your nose and lower your shin towards the floor. Tap, 3, 2, and 1. Step up with your left foot between your hands, and then reach up into crescent. Grind down into that left big toe. Hands towards the floor, roll the shoulders, left, right. Like we're going to do a little dance. A little dance with the heart. And then roll the shoulders. 1, 2, and on the third one, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the heart, lift your gaze, rotate the palms, slowly reach them up, keep looking up, interlace your hands, keep the forefingers pointed to the ceiling, and then drop your chin. Lift your left heel for 3, 2, 1. Drop your right knee for 3, 2, 1. Come forward, humble crescent, heart forward, squeeze. I forgot to do this on the other side. Lift the heel for 3, 2, and 1. Float the arms back, squeeze the palms together for 3, 2, 1. Step up with the back foot, a few inches, and then come into warrior 3. Lift the back foot away from the floor, keeping the hips square. Flex or point the top foot, and then bend the supporting leg for 3, and straighten, 2, straighten, 1, Straighten, step back into your high lunge, into your crescent. Arms come up, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Stay with it as best you can. It's not easy. Back to our plank, tap our shoulders. Left hand to the right shoulder. Right hand to the left shoulder. Plank, drop the knees, option. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Okay, so let's take a wee rest. Drop our knees to the mat. Take the knees out, right big toes touch into our child's pose. And if you want to take a block and rest your forehead on the block, it's just a nice way to reset the breath. That wasn't easy. So we're going to do it again and we're going to add to it. So take long, luxurious breaths. One more, breathe in. And on the out breath, lift your gaze. Rock your body forward into tabletop. Narrow your knees, tuck your toes under, lift the heels, or lift the sit bones, not the heels, into your downward dog. So, same again. Now, if you need to modify any of these, so for example, if you're lifting your leg and then I'm asking you to lift your heel and you can't do it, just keep the leg lifted, don't lift the heel. If you're coming forward for 3 and you can't do all 3, then just hold it here where you're engaging your core. Okay, so you modify it to suit your body. Breathe in, and on the out breath, come onto your left foot, release the right leg to the ceiling. Keep that right leg to the ceiling and lift your left heel for 3, 2, good, 1. Then bring the knee forward, coming onto the ball of and the tippy toes of your left foot, and then bring it back to the ceiling. Bring it forward, 2, excellent, up, good. 1, forward, bring it up, good. Now bring it forward, onto the tippy toes of your left foot, drop your shin to the floor, and then bring it back up, that's it. 2, good, and 1. Step up, catch your breath, frame your foot with your hands, press the big toe into the mat, then lift the arms up. Crescent. So this gets the body into the right position. Drop the arms. Now enjoy this little soft dance. Rolling the shoulders. Good, soften the shoulders. Sometimes we get too much tension in the shoulders and everything's up here. So I want you just to let it go. Now roll both shoulders for 3, 2, and 1. Keep the shoulder blades squeezed back, the heart is lifted, rotate the palms. Now lift a little micro back bend, looking up towards the ceiling. Interlace the hands, 4 fingers pointed, drop the chin. Then lift the right heel for right, 3, 2, 1, back knee drops, 3, straighten, 2, square those hips, and 1. Now come forward with the heart, come up, lift the heel for 3, 2, 1. Release the hands, palms facing back, squeeze those shoulder blades, pulse, 3, 2, 1. Push up into warrior 3, try to take that big leap, coming forward into warrior 3. Flex or point, drop the arm, bend the right knee for 3, straighten, 2, straighten, 1, straighten. Now this is where we're going to add. We're going to take the right hand to the floor, left hand to the floor, standing split. Option here is to wrap the right hand around the back of the right heel, hold it onto the right leg, then you bring the body forward, pulling on the leg, left hand on the floor, and then left leg to the ceiling. Squeeze. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more. Breathe in. And on the out breath, you're going to take that left leg and foot and place it behind your right. Place it behind. Both feet flat on the floor. Now, if it's too much with the legs straight, you can turn the blocks to the high side and place your hands on the blocks. We're going to walk over to the right side. You can take your blocks with you. Keep your hips square as you walk, your hands and your arms over to the right. Nice big hamstring stretch, folding over the legs, over in the direction of the right. So if you have your blocks, you'll be taking your blocks with you to the right, stretching along the left side, so bringing that left hip back. One more breath, breathe in, And on out breath, walk your hands back to center. Unwrangle your legs. So now the feet are back to hip distance apart. And then vinyasa. Half lift, breathing in. Breathe out, fold, step back, 1, 2, plank. Now back to our hand taps. Tap the shoulder, lower. Tap the shoulder, lower. Lower the knees is option. Chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Downward dog. Other side. Weight to the right foot, left leg to the ceiling. Keep the hips square and lift your right heel away from the floor for 3, 2, 1. Lower. Bring it forward onto the nose for 3. Bring it back. Squeeze the belly in. 2. Back. 1. Back. Come it forward onto the tippy toes of the right foot. Lower the shin for 3. Bring it up. For 2. Bring it up. 1. Bring it up. Good. Step up. Frame your foot. Reach the arms up. Present. Drop the arms. And then release tension from our shoulders. Roll it back. And then both shoulders for 3. Nice and juicy. 2. And on that last one, keep it squeezing. Heart forward. Rotate the palms. Lift the heart. Look up. Interlace. 4 fingers to the ceiling. Lift the left heel for 3, 2, 1. Bend the back knee for 3. Keep stretching the side body. Ribs in, belly in. And 1. Come forward into humble. Lift the left heel for 3, 2, 1. Engage in those calves. Release the hands. Bring the palms back. Pulse. 3, 2. Squeeze the shoulder blades. 1. And then come forward into your warrior 3. Big step up. Wobble, wobble. Enjoy your ride. Flex or point the top foot. Bend the left knee for 3. Squeeze. 2. Engage that left glute. And 1. Then we're going to forward fold over that left leg, hands to the floor. Now take option here. So take the left hand behind the left hip. Right hand is out to the right on the floor. Then pull on the leg, bring in the torso towards the leg. Left leg, reach it up as high as it can go. Squeeze, engage that right glute. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. And breathe. Holding it here. Touch the sky. 1 more, breathe in. And on the out breath, take the right leg behind the left leg. Flat feet on your mat. Walk the hands over to the left. Use the blocks without the blocks. Both arms shoulder distance apart and fold. Keep that right hip going back. Don't allow it to come forward. Right hip back towards the back of your mat. And breathe. Enjoy this little reset. 1 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Depending on how you consider a reset. Or it might be a masochist. And then release that right leg. Hip distance apart. Half lift. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fold. Step back, left, right, into our plank and tap the shoulder, left to right shoulder, right to left, and then chaturanga with or without your knees, lower, upward or cobra, and then downward dog. Walk it out. Say hello to your glutes. I did this morning. Gary did this class with me last night. And he was like, Mummy, my bum is sore today. I was like, yeah, that's called a muscle. 1 more breath. Breathe in. And on the out breath, take your weight over to your left foot. Take your right leg to the ceiling. Take your knee to your nose. Squeeze it to your nose, to your nose, to your nose. And then frame your foot with your hand. Step up with your right foot. Now, before we lift our torso, we're going to drop that left heel in, so the left toes are rotated out. Now, we're going to circle these arms into warrior 2. So the left arm leads, followed by the right, into warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Okay, next sequence. So holding our warrior 2. Remember what we did with our shoulders in the last one, where we give them a little shimmy to release the tension. So just notice if you're holding any shoulder tension, just again shimmy them and then release them down. So in warrior 2, there's 3 rotations. We're asking rotation of the knee. We want the knee to go to the right. So we're opening it out to the right. We're asking for our left side body, left shoulder, left hip to rotate back. And then the last rotation is our head. We're rotating our head to the right. So it's our knee, left shoulder, left hip, and our head. 3 rotations in one pose. So we want to straighten that back leg, keep the front knee bent, draw in the belly and the tailbone, tuck it under. Relax our shoulders, keep our ribs in, and drifting, focus. So right middle fingernail, or if you see something out front that's far more interesting, then focus your gaze on it. And breathe. Warrior 2. Leg strengthener. But it's also arms, because we're asking our arms to hold this sensation. So it's an overall body strengthener. One more. Breathe in. And on the out breath, we're coming into Parsvakonasana. So we want to reach with the right arm, and then lower our right elbow to the thigh. Then look back at our left palm, rotate it up to the ceiling, and then guide it up and over the head, following the palm with our gaze. Looking up at our palm, keep that left shoulder going back, and the left hip. That's it. Good. You okay? Good. Now, if it's too much with the left arm up and over, you can always place it on your waist. Good, everybody. So the back leg is super engaged. The outside edge of the left foot is pressed into the mat. You're rotating the right ribs, the left ribs and the left hip back, and the right ribs under. So there's a dynamic movement of the torso in opposite directions. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the out breath, we're moving into Skandasana. We've done this these last couple of weeks. So we're here, and then we pivot on the feet. It's a little bit fiddly. And then the right foot comes in, and the left foot goes out. And we lower, bend deeply into that left foot, and lift the right foot away from the floor, as low as we can go, okay? Over to the left. Then we shoot it all the way back to Warrior 2. Shoot it back to Warrior 2. So it's a little pivot of the feet. Good, so we start the sequence again. And then we're going to add to it. So, Warrior 2. Reach forward with the right arm, right elbow to the thigh, left arm follow it up and over the head. Outside edge of the middle finger of your left hand to the outside edge of your left foot should be one long line. Then from here, you circle the left arm in front and you move into Skandasana over to the left side. Now we're going to add to it. Then we come up into pivot, both toes over to the side, that's it, and forward fold into Pasarita Padottanasana. Hands come under, our wrists come underneath our shoulders, and then we forward fold, pushing the floor away. If knees are bent, that's okay. Hips or sit bones to the ceiling, forward fold. Elbows are parallel, so you hug them in as if you're in Chaturanga. Hands are shoulder distance apart, that's it, Shirley. Good, and we want to create length in our spine. So if we can't forward fold with a long spine, then use your blocks. Place your blocks underneath your hands, so that you're a little bit further from the floor with your spine nice and long, rather than getting to the floor with a round spine. Good. That's it. One more breath. Breathe in. And on out breath, release your hands from the floor, take them to your waist, lift the torso all the way back up to standing, and then back to our Warrior 2 for one more time. So pivot. Right toes to the front, left heel to the back. Breathe in. And on the out breath, Parsvakonasana, left hand up and over, left ribs back, right ribs forward. Then Skandasana, left arm circles in front, pivot on the feet, over to the left. Breathe in, and on the out breath, Pasarita Padottanasana, pivot both heels in line with toes. Wrists underneath our shoulders, elbows parallel. Press into the floor, bringing the top of the crown of your head all the way to the mat or the floor with a straight spine. Shoulders away from the ears, one more breath, breathe in and breathe out. Come into Warrior 2 on the right side, and then vinyasa in downward dog. Left arm rotates, left heel lifts. Slide the right foot back, plank. Tap your shoulders, right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder. Chaturanga, with or without the knees. Lift the heart, upward or cobra, and then flip the feet. Left leg to the ceiling. Bring the knee to the nose. Squeeze it up, 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 up. And then frame your foot with your hands, stepping up. Circle the right, and then the left. So right, pivot on the foot. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. Then just do a little shake with the shoulders to release the tension. Shimmy, shimmy. Good. It's always good to shimmy. And then keep that back leg straight, front knee bent. So remember our 3 rotations. Left knee opens to the left. Right shoulder, right hip rotates back. And then the head rotates to the front. Focus your dressing. And breathe. Now in Warrior Two, it's a leg strengthener. So if we can, try with every breath to sink a little bit lower, but without collapsing the arms, without collapsing the upper body. So perhaps you need to widen your stance. So trying to come into a 90-degree angle with your left leg. Breathe it in. And on out breath, come forward with the left arm, left shoulder. Then take the elbow to the thigh. Look back at your right palm. Float it all the way up and over the head. Keep looking up. Don't drop your gaze. Now, in this position, we're taking 5 breaths. The top arm is straight, the left elbow is on the thigh. We want to talk to our body. What are we asking it to do? So we want that right ribs to rotate back. And we want the left ribs to rotate forward. Shoulders are stacked one on top of the other, so one shoulder's not coming forward. We look up at our palms, this is our drishti. And we keep lifting that back knee, squeezing the thigh to the thigh bone. Good. Now if you can, bring your hand to the floor, bring your hand to the floor. That's it. But don't collapse the right hip. Keep that rotation going. So this is going back and this is going forward, okay? Back leg is straight. Beautiful. One more breath. Breathe in. Now from here, you wanted to go to the floor. So the floor it is. From here, we have to move all the way over to the other side. So bend and then Skandasana over to the right, lifting the left toes away from the floor. Then back to your Warrior Two. Back to our Warrior Two. So you're pivoting on the feet. Good, so now the right toes are in. The right toes have to go from here to here, okay? So you pivot on the toes and bring the heel back. That's it, good. So it's a little dance with the feet. I like my little pivots. Breathe. One more, breathe in. From here, reach forward. Now I was going easy on this knee, but if you want to bring your hands to the floor, that's okay. Top arm up and overhead, look up at the palm. Holding it here. Back leg is working like mad. Keep opening up that left knee, bringing that right hip back. Left hip forward, press both feet into the mat, and then circle the top arm to the floor. Then pivot, right knee, bend, left toes lift, sink those hips. Gorgeous, everybody. Now we're adding, so coming round, bringing both toes round to the side, heels in line with toes, hands to the floor. Parsavita Padottanasana. This time we're going to take the hands. If you can't reach your ankles, hold on to your calves, pulling on your legs. Don't allow the weight to go to the heels. Bringing the weight forward, forward fold. Elbows out wide. Elbows out wide. That's it, straight spine. Shoulders away from the ears. And if the knees are bent, that's okay. You can still pull on the legs. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the out breath, come up halfway, hands to your shins, and then pivot on your feet. Warrior Two. Warrior Two. That's it. Breathe in. on the out breath, Parsvakonasana. Over the head. Outside edge of the foot in line with the middle finger. Good. Then Skandasana. Circle the top arm forward. Pivot on the feet. Bend the right knee. Lift the left toes. That's it. And then pivot once again. Parsavita Padottanasana. Bringing the hands to ankles or the calves. Forward fold. Half left, breathe in. Breathe out. Warrior two. Vinyasa downward dog. Circle the top hand. Up and over. Backhand, sorry. Up and over. Slide the left foot back. Plank. Tap your shoulders. Left. Down. Right. Chaturanga with or without knees. Elbows in. Upward dog or cobra. Downward dog. Draw the navel in. Ribs in. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the out breath, lift your gaze, look up. Take your right knee to the right wrist. Little pigeon to release out the glutes and the psoas. And then rotate the right foot up towards, excuse me, your left wrist. And then start to walk the left leg back. For me, I've got obviously too far away. I like to place a block underneath my right glute. Okay, just to keep my hips square. And then you can stay up here or slowly lower for our resting pigeon, keeping our hips square. Again, if you can reach your block, place your block underneath your right glute, so it means then you don't allow the right glute to fall onto the right glute, sorry, so then your left hip is way higher than your right hip. And take at least 10 breaths here, slow and steady breaths, because we're going to start to slow the body down. And you can make this as active or passive as your body needs. So if you want to keep it active, then you keep the elbows lifted, pressing your hands into the mat. And if you want to make it more passive, then bring the elbows in. Just stretching the right glute, right hamstring. Want to make it even more active by stretching the left quad. You can bring the left heel in towards your body, lifting the torso and reaching back, holding on to the front of the foot, stretching again the left quad. Yeah, it's a nice stretch for the quad, head flexor. Bringing the heel in towards your body. That's it. One more breath. Yeah, you like that?
It's working.
Yeah. One more deep inhalation. And on the exhale, lower the foot if you were taking the stretch of the quad. Then bring your hands either side of your right knee. Tuck the toes of your left foot under. Engage your core, so remember that little flame in your core. Draw the navel in a lot and then step back into your downward dog. And then walk it out because the sensations will be completely different from the right and the left. Maybe bend your left knee all the way in and bring it over to the right and then twist, bringing the right knee in over to the left. So again, pivoting on the feet, just noticing how you feel. And then come to stillness in your downward dog. It feels completely different now than what it did at the start of the class. And then lift your gaze, look at your left wrist, bring your left knee behind your left wrist, rotate your left foot up to your right, and then start to walk the right foot back, using the knee to guide it back. And again, if you want to place a block underneath your left glute, please do so. And then slowly lower. Keeping it as passive or active as you want. Option here is also to place a block underneath your forehead, keeping your hips square, Breathe, slow and steady breath. Enjoy this stretch with your breath because you're not moving or engaging lots of different parts and having the brain to think. All you need to do is connect to your breath, allow the stretch to happen. One more, breathe in. And you can stay here in this relaxed pigeon or make it more active by walking the hands up and then taking the right heel in this time, reaching back, holding on the front of the foot. And keep the left hand on the floor so that you're really focused on the stretch of the right quad, right hip flexor. Bringing the heels close to the body as it allows. So grab the cork block and place it underneath your left foot. The cork one, yeah. And the pink one. That's it. Yeah. I should too, all the time. Good. Feels better though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
More support. That's what it's about. Yeah. Getting that support and then feeling the stretch. Good. One more. Breathe. And then as you exhale, slowly release. Take the blocks from underneath if you're using blocks. Tuck the toes of the right foot under, engage your core a lot, lift the right knee, and then step back to your downward dog. Walking it out once again. And then moving the knees side to side, moving your hips. And then moving, having both feet on the floor, both legs straight, and then just moving your hips from side to side. And then if you can, make a little circle with your tailbone, clockwise and then anti-clockwise. That's it. And then lower both knees to the mat. Swing your feet out to one side. Come onto your sit bones, legs out straight. Last stretch, roll the shoulders. 3, 2, and on the last one, lift the heart, rotate the palms, reach out to the ceiling, flex your feet and forward fold. If you can't reach your toes, place your hands on your shins or the floor, lift the heart, lift your gaze, inhale, and on the exhale, fold. Paschimottanasana. Your dressing is your big toes. Relax the shoulders away from your ears. That's it. So again, if you can't reach your toes, just place your hands on your shins or on the floor. No gold medals here. No pedestals. Just stand. Yeah, I can reach my toes. Yeah. One more, breathe in. And making a nice long, juicy out breath. Rise up the torso. Scoot your bum forward, and if you want your jumper, grab your jumper down. And then slowly lower all the way onto your mat. Bringing your knees with you into your chest, holding onto your shins. Rock your body from side to side. Tailbone in the opposite direction of the crown of the head. Just for a few breaths. And when you're ready, bring the soles of the feet up to the ceiling. Keep the knees bent, and if you can reach up, hold on to the outside edge of the feet. If not, hold on to the calves and the shin, or even just the hamstrings, holding on to the back of your knees. Happy baby. The feet are a good distance apart, and then you rock from side to side. That's it. And then come to center. Keep a hold of your left foot or shin or back of the knee and start to try to straighten out the right leg. So you will swing or sway over to the right, so holding on to the right side, the right leg straightens and the left knee stays bent. That's it. And then bend the right knee and then start to do it on the opposite side. So the left leg straightens and you might sway over to the left. And then back to center, bend to the left, over to the right. So just straighten one at a time, moving from side to side. Over to the left. Just with your breath. So it's a added stretch of the leg. Isn't that good? And then bring both knees into the chest for the last time. Holding on to the tops of the knees, rock your body side to side. Back to center, release the feet to the mat. And then slowly extend one leg at a time. Roll your shoulders one at a time in, a little bit closer, lifting the heart, rotate the palms up to the ceiling. Arms a few inches away from your body. And close your eyes. And connect to your breath. Melting into the floor. Giving your body a little bit of appreciation for your physical practice of yoga and all that you have achieved this morning. The reward is now to lie back, let go, and completely relax. Bringing your awareness to the back of your head. Just where you feel it touching your mat and allow it to relax. Follow it to the crown of the head, sides of your head, forehead. Relax your frown lines, your eyebrows, eyebrow center, eyelids and eyes, nose, nostrils, cheeks, ears, upper lip, lower lip. Unclench your teeth, remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth, relax your jaw. Wiggle your jaw from side to side to let go and release tension. Relax your chin, your throat and neck, the tops of your shoulders, collarbones, chest, heart, front ribs, side ribs, back ribs, your belly, belly button, your lower abdomen, hips, pelvis, thighs, knees, shins, tops of your feet. Your big toes, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Soles of your feet, heels, Achilles, calves, backs of your knees. Hamstrings, buttocks, lower back, middle back. Your shoulder blades, upper back, shoulders, armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists. Heel up your hands, thumbs, forefingers, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. Backs of your hands and the palms of your hands. Both legs, arms, torso, head. Every muscle, every ligament, tendon, joint, fascia, every cell, completely relaxed. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Deep within you, covered up and forgotten, like a shoebox of childhood mementos, there is a voice that calls to you. It comes from a place of secret beauty. It speaks to the sounds of your soul. Answer the call.
You are on this earth for a reason. Your reason. In my hometown there used to be rivers, since paved over. Blacktop and mailboxes reside where bullfrogs once croaked. You can't hear the ripples, but the river flows inexorably underneath. We are always more than we are. Your ribs are angels. Each wing flaps as your lungs move to bring forth the song of God within you. Give your hand to grace. Offer your heart to the holy. Inscribe your name on the moon as it dances across the sky. Take a wrecking ball to the prisons around your vulnerability. Jackhammer the hardened layers of pain, blame and breakup, which keep your love from reaching the divine. Speak your truth when you answer the call. Good vibrations run through your vocal cords. Powerful light of royal abundance, candle flame and hills of courage. I am speaking to you. Stage dive into your playfulness. Don't settle. Everything is for you. Taking your awareness back to your breath. Expand on your in-breath and contract on your exhale. Connecting to the ebb and flow of your breath, flowing through your body. Connect to the parts of your body lying on the floor and the space your body takes up on the floor and on the mat in your surroundings. Taking your awareness to the sides. The birds singing in the trees and the song inside the studio. And then in song inside your heart. Little dance we call the heartbeat. And then take your awareness to your hands and to your feet. And bring a little dance to your fingers. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. And then relax. Relax your hands. Relax your feet. Engage your tummy a little as you slide your heels one at a time up to your sit bones, knees to the ceiling. And when you're ready, taking your knees into your chest. Hold on to the tops of your knees, lengthen your spine and rock your body from side to side. Come to center and reach your right arm up and over your head, rolling over onto your right side. And from there, push into the floor with your left hand, bringing your torso to a seated upright position. Keeping your eyes closed. Bring your hands together and roll to quick heat. Take that heat from your hands and place it over your eyes. And open your eyes behind your palms. Squeeze them shut open. Squeeze them shut open. Look up. Look down. Look to the right. To the left. Rotate clockwise. Anti-clockwise. And then close them again behind your palms as you bring your palms together in front of your heart. As you breathe in, think back to your positive affirmation, your sankalpa, and repeat it to yourself. One more deep breath in. And on the exhale, bow your chin into your chest. Turn the corners of your mouth up to your eyes. Flutter your eyelids open.
relaxing with me this morning. Namaste.